Spice, veg, and obviously you go around and you pick all the lot, each level,
Right.
and then you can hold that up to the, can hold that up and have it, and then put it in the processor and just change it to ration packs and that.
Right.
Look, but I was trying to get a message to you, and then he sends, he's friended me on Steam, right? Fucking hell, it's just like, I don't mind it, to be honest, because I think it's quite good. He basically tells me what he's been doing. So I signed in today and he sent like 4 messages. Oh, when I've done this, 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 and this. I've gone out and I've picked all the tomatoes because I told him the vegetables are going to be tomatoes right throughout.
Right.
So he's then gone and he waited until they grew. He's picked them, produced more plants, and he says, "Oh, you'll find them in the vegetable box. If not, when I sign in, I'll start planting them." So he tells me what he's been up to. I've been out and entered auto miners again and come back and convert them to ingots. So, he's not kind of hiding anything. So I don't know. I don't know if he's quite young or what. I don't know because he doesn't seem to go to work.
he might. Well,
So,
he could be an older guy, just doesn't have a job. Yeah, who knows?
yeah,
So,
could be, yeah. So, but just looking now.
I'm trying to get the screen
Say,
resolution why I like it because right now it reminds me. I did have it right, but it seemed like it was still stuttering.
yeah,
So I went back in and trying to change the settings around a little bit on
yeah,
the video and the resolution, and so I can kind of get it, especially the resolution to where it's going for an output resolution, like to where you can view it. Um, I think
yeah. I
it
was
was.
gonna.
Hmm?
Yeah, like I said, look, it's coming through at decent quality.
Yeah, but see what is coming through it now. Like if you look at the okay, like what I'm looking at, I'm trying to look at the same thing.
Yeah,
The map up in the right hand corner, it's a little bit more oval than it is round. And looking at the action bar at the bottom, that's like
that mu
little bit more narrow. On my side, it looks more
Yeah,
narrow versus what I'm looking at on my screen. Which I know it's not going to look like what it is on my screen because of the size monitor I have versus
yeah,
what's actually being broadcast. But I don't like the oval look instead of the round look. It makes it look like a one of those. There's a channel we have here that's on TV, and they don't have the like I said the resolution set correctly. So when they show certain things, it goes like letterbox or something like that, and it kind of makes everything like stretch a little bit instead of actual size. I don't know.
yeah.
And when I look at it, it's just kind of like.
Mm.
I don't know how what you see. Does that map up in the right hand corner? Does that look oval to you or is it round?
It's round to me.
It's round to you.
Yeah,
See, like on my screen, my other monitor up here, it looks a little bit more. It's rounded, but it looks like it's. I can say like you took the bubble, like you would take a bubble, and when it's round and you squeeze it on both sides, and then it kind of goes like a vertical
yeah.
oval.
Let me just go back in and see. Right.
That's kind of what it looks like to
That's
me. But
so you're looking at the front of the base right now, aren't you?
yeah.
Yeah, it is oval. It was oval when I looked at it to start with.
Okay. Trying to change it around a little bit, but I have to keep starting and stopping the stream to. I gotta stop right now. So,
Yeah, no worries.
see video.
Hey, you're recording my voice, by the way.
Yep. And like I said, this video will be deleted. This one anyway because I found where I can delete the other ones. I'll delete the other Empyriums. Because I did have it where it wasn't recording the voice. It was just recording, supposed to be recording what was coming through the speakers. But as soon as I switched over to go to the headset so I could talk on Discord, then it was like you weren't getting anything. It was recording. I had to switch it over to headset, record that, then it'll get the music in there, but also the voice.
Ah.
Um, Restart this one, see what this looks like. They gave me a much smaller screen, but it put everything back to it. It looks
Okay,
better
that's
now.
going to this. I can't spawn this ship.
You can't spawn it because of what?
It says you must spawn this object on a base. Well, I'm stood on a fucking base.
I've had that come up quite some time ago. You must spawn this object on a base.
I reckon his ship's in way of this one. I reckon that's what it is. I reckon this fucker's longer than this landing pad.
What, his ship?
Mine. I'm trying to spawn one in.
Uh,
I reckon it's larger than the.
you could set it out there on the ground out there.
That's what I just tried doing. It won't have it.
Oh, it
It
wants
said
it on
you've
the
got
base.
to do it on a base. Yeah.
Well, now what you could do is take off this guard railing and put you a ramp and extend the landing pad out there. You could do that since both of you guys are going to have big ass ships out here, so. On the left or right side, whichever one.
Yeah, I thought of that, but I didn't want to totally put this on concrete, you know what I mean? This entire roof. This mountain.
Well, you can leave this left side, like where his ship is closest to, leave that alone and then go to that right side and put it out there. Extend it out there. Because really, you probably only have to extend it so many feet and it'll probably be fine, but you know. You don't have to take up the entire area, but it's not like it's extremely a lot more area to go out there, but still a little bit of real estate out there.
Okay. I can't let go of this thing now. It's fucking annoying. Oh, you gotta set that at long distance, honey. I could go out longer.
Good.
If I could let go of this down there. Let's go out this way. Gotta keep it even.
You don't have that much more to go out longer.
No, but I reckon it's just too long for the pad with his sat there. I could actually just move his off and park it back again.
Oh yeah, but as soon as you do that, then they probably run into another problem. So it's probably better that you do what you're doing now. I don't know.
Oh, I tell you what. You remember that POI we did? Or is it now?
The one where we got the epic weapons, or the ones before that?
No, not the epic weapon one. Where they remodeled it, the abandoned base, the abandoned factory, I think it was, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say we missed half of that POI out.
We missed it?
Yeah.
Really?
And I thought, oh, I'm so going to tell you about this because, like, we run it, and I was like, yeah, okay, we're all done. You know the corridors? You know when there's corridors and they got the little bugs in the little things with the guns facing them and that, and you walk down the corridor. So it's got the two landing pads. It's got the control tower in front, and then you go down the stairs to the right hand side with the yeah. It's got the blue path that runs around the base inside. It's got like a blue carpet down that runs through, and yeah, we missed out a door around the corner, and it takes you down into some lower levels, and you will love it because there's a testing shooting grounds down there. There's fucking like a reactor core down there.
Missed all that. Ah.
Yeah.
How the hell did we miss all that? Because I swear that we looked at every door.
Yep. Well, it's tucked around the corner. So in the final room, so you go down the stairs, you go left, you go along the corridor, you go left again, and then you go into that room that's got the generators, and then that's where we stopped, and we're like, oh, this is a small one. But if you go around the corner to the right, there's some shutter doors. And what we didn't do is, I remember we blasted those doors down and we went in there, we killed a couple of scorpions that were in there, and we're like, oh, don't go anywhere. But you actually have to go through the little tunnels into the corner. There's a couple of places where the floor collapses, and if you fall into that, you're pretty much fucked because you end up right in front of a turret, a laser turret, a massive laser turret that just rips you to bits. And there's a couple of horrors in there and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, it carries on going, and then you go further down and further around, and then you end up like really deep in the base. And I just can't believe it. I was like, fucking hell, this guy must run POIs all the time because he pretty much knew where to go apart from in one of them.
Right.
Where he was asking me, "Oh, I don't know where to go. I'll follow you." I said, "Well, I don't know. I'm just searching around for a fucking corridor."
What the hell? I've been following you the whole damn time.
But he basically goes and he hits the core and then he just dismantles most of it, kind of thing, grabs bits and pieces. So he'll search to destroy the core every time. So, so yeah, I thought, I'll have to tell you about that when we next run it.
Well, seeing as he kind of knows this a whole lot better, you should have had a hell of a lot better run with him because he probably wasn't dying since he knew exactly what the hell he was, what he was running into.
Well, that's what I'm saying. All you have to do is look at the amount of gear we've been hauling back.
Right.
Every time that ship. That's why I've had to build that bigger ship, the Hawk, because we were jumping further and further. So we hit all the POIs on this planet, then we hit them on the moon, then we hit them on Nigeris, I think is the next one. Then last night we actually went to Akura, which is the other starter planet, and we hit one on there, and then we came back, and we're full every time. Inventories, storage boxes, they're all maxed out on both his ship and my ship.
So is that why he built this big boy here?
Yeah, he built that because he wants to go. He now wants to go further afield because apparently now the planets he wants to hit are too far out of reach for SVs. So
yeah, somebody's been doing some work.
yeah.
Oh, you two have to have more fun without me because I've got 12-hour days for the rest of the week.
All right. So what? You're just off today then?
Yep. I really shouldn't be gaming right now. I should be looking for some paperwork and trying to get that taken care of before the end of the month.
But the game just called you in.
Well, I meant to get on here night before last, but I was messing around. Then I was like, okay, well, I'll get on here tonight because last night, that was like, that was gonna be like the free night kind of, and then tonight, really tonight's not the free night because then I go back to work in the morning. But last night would have been a complete free night, I guess you might as well say, and then all day today. But I got here, got something to eat, and looked at TV, talked to moms for about an hour. I was too damn tired. I fell asleep in the damn chair, and I woke back up about, I don't know, a couple hours ago.
I was a bit surprised when I saw your message come through. I thought, you're up at this time? I'm like, what?
Yeah. Wouldn't be, but...
I'm in London at the moment. Fucking taking an hour and 40 to do an hour's journey.
What are you doing off in London?
Yeah. Deepest depths of fucking London.
Oh, so you got the laptop now.
What do you mean?
You said you're in London at the moment. I said, so you're in the laptop then? Oh, you're back at home?
No, I'm back at home. I'm working in London. I can travel in and out of London. But, yeah, I fucking hate it. It's like, you just sit in traffic.
Because I thought you were going to try to stay over your sister's house or somebody else's house so you could, you wouldn't have to do all the traveling.
Yeah, that was on a different job. So, but yeah, no, we're at DEFRA, which is Department for Environment and Rural Affairs. So, government building, waste a shitload of taxpayers' money, fucking iPad on every meeting room, even though it's glass windows and you can see if it's fucking in use, and it's got the old-fashioned in use, not in use kind of thing.
Right.
And you think, really, you need a fucking iPad to display that it's in use? It's, you know what I mean? It's just a waste of money. We've just maintenance guy told us they've just had every floor. It's got 8 floors. There are 4 kitchens on each floor, and they've all had a brand new refit. And he
All
said
had
there
to
was
do.
nothing wrong with there was nothing wrong with the kitchen before.
Well, somebody has to keep it looking good. But you know, it may be that whole thing of if we don't, how can I say it? At the company I work for, they get a budget every year. If they completely use up that budget or extremely close to using up that budget, they can get the same budget or maybe even a little bit more the following year. But if let's say if they fall up under, let's say they got a budget of 5,000, they only use like 2,000 of it. Within the next year or two, they'll cut that budget back down to 2,000 because they're like, hey, if you did it this time, this is what you can work with. So
Oh
we don't
yeah, I
need that.
understand it,
Yeah, so just thinking
but
maybe that might be an issue.
but it is bullshit. It's like it's just wasted taxpayers' money. It's like, you didn't need new kitchens. You're just spending money for the sake of it. You could have spent that budget on helping farmers and stuff like that.
Right, right.
In my opinion, that would have been better spent. But no, typical government just fucking blow money on brand new kitchens.
In your opinion, it would have been in theirs. They're like, nope. We need these kitchens. We need these iPads.
Yeah, that's why people don't like the government. Because they
Uh,
don't spend the money on the correct things.
yeah, there are many reasons not to like them, but
Yeah, the fact that they won't follow what the people have fucking told them to do for one.
oh, you gonna take that right out to the edge, huh? That's about as far
Yep.
as you can go right here, I think.
No, we can go again. We can do a bit of mountain climbing.
Well, you
This
always could
sun.
have it overhanging too.
Yeah. The only thing you got to watch for is that's where the drones come up, because out towards those 2 mountains is the drone base. That's why they always come up here. So if you look at where I'm looking,
Yeah.
so there's them set near those small little near mountains.
Yep.
If you look across those peaks towards that little lake,
Mm-hmm.
to the right of that lake is the drone base.
I got you.
I tried hitting it, but let's just say that was a bad idea.
Both of you guys couldn't take it out. You guys going out and ripping up POIs. You couldn't take that out.
No, that was me on my own before he
Uh-huh.
joined,
Ah.
and I was like, yes, it's one of them POIs where you need some serious firepower. I took down the 4 laser guns. That wasn't a problem. It was once you got inside, it's protected by a shitload of robots, rocket and machine gun, Zirax. There's at least 4 turrets inside, massive turrets, that is, the big laser turrets that take your ships down, as well as like countless sentry guns. I was just like dropping in and dying, dropping in and dying, dropping in and dying. I thought, you know what, fuck it. I ain't getting the backpack back. So yeah, I was like, yeah, fucking leave it. So I ended up leaving it. I thought that's a POI to be done as a group.
Yeah,
Let's
some of
go.
those PRIs is definitely a better idea. But okay, yep, we're going back in with a full group and we're gonna decimate. We're gonna dominate.
Yeah. But like I say, he'd enjoy it. If he's, I reckon he'll be on in a bit. Because he goes, oh, this way, go there, watch it, the floor goes through it, and I'm like, okay, and then he'll run across it to, activate it. I was like, you definitely do a lot of POIs. And then he did one, he said, it was so funny because he said, oh yeah, watch the floor clicks through here. And then he ran across the floor and it fell, but he turned, it was weird because he kind of turned to look to see where I was as the floor went through. So he just fell into this thing, he just got his ass kicked. I was like, that wasn't a good move, was it, mate?
Told me to watch it, then you go follow it.
And then on this other POI, he activated it, and I ended up going through and fucking, oh man, it was near death. I was down to like 3 health. Because there was 16 horrors, there was about 20 odd scorpions down there, and I was just like, shit, just running around, just firing. You know, the time that you want the jetpack to actually fucking work and it's not working.
Oh, you mean like most of the times, like 99.9% of the time that jetpack. Oh, okay, yeah. Step pack, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of hoping it's like, come on, charge! You just running around shooting. I got it, and I eventually got up onto some storage boxes out of the way and managed to kill most of them. And he was stood there, and I could see it message. He said, "Oh, I don't know what to do. Do I drop down?" And I was just like, "Nah, you stay there." And I was just like, and then I got it down to like 1 horror and a couple of scorpions, and I just said to him, "You can drop down now." I said, "I've just got 1 horror." But yeah, it was so funny the way he said, "Oh yeah, watch the floor, it goes through here." Bye.
I'm like, wait a minute now. I thought you supposed to know what you were doing. You go right telling me to watch it.
Yeah. Just see him disappear through the floor. But oh shit. Bollocks. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I like how the breakaway blocks roll down the mountain now.
I don't think I care for that. For them to roll down my now I gotta go chasing after the damn blocks.
Well, they disappear before you can grab them anyway.
Well, that just means I just lose a block. Shit.
No, because once it breaks like that, you only get back the materials, or half the materials, so I don't bother half the time. Oh, I spawned. You know that hawk?
Yeah.
I took on. He had his initial ship, that yellow one that you've seen in that hangar on that CV.
Right.
Before he upgraded it, and he only had Gatling guns on it, so he had to get really close to try and do any damage. So we flew back to planet with the Phantom, and just laid waste to him with Phantom, and then we went to Nigeria, which is a ice planet, and we went and took on 3 POIs next to one another. And he said, "Oh, I'll draw their fire," and he went in and he's trying to move around and draw their fire, but as soon as I started firing, they all just fired on me because I got the most heavy firepower. That's like, it's the AI must know, because as soon as he's firing on him with Gatling, so they're trying to target him. But as soon as I came in, 4 rockets firing on him, they were like, "Oh shit, rockets!" And it's the one, I've seen it before. I've seen Spange try and take it on, but he took it on with a hobber vessel, which takes more battering, and you've got the artillery guns to actually fire at them.
Yeah.
And I remember him taking it on, and literally it's a power station, and that's laced with fucking guns all over it. There's not a radar station, some kind of little station next to it, a power station, and that's got a shitload of guns on it. And then there's one on the other side of the power station that's got a shitload of guns on it. So if you go in at the wrong angle, you can end up having like 16 lasers firing at you.
Whoa!
So literally, most of my cockpit got battered up. The front of the ship got ripped off. But it did well. Like I said, I only lost like maybe third at front at ship.
He
Cockpit was down to
only
about
lost about a third of the ship.
yeah. But they lost more. They lost all their cannons on their POIs. And then just for fun, we just the power station in the middle, which is like a quad. It's like an X, and it's elevated off the floor. So we chopped the legs off of it, and then chopped the center bit, and just watched it crash.
I'm hearing stuff crash around there.
Yeah, I just tried building, and it just won't have a minute.
So it doesn't like your idea of an extra long
leg now. So I'll have to do a bit of tweakery to get it to sit in the ground. Right. I just don't like the fact this is now on the edge and it's something for him to fucking shoot at. Mind you, if I extend it again, I could put fucking turrets underneath. What are we at with turret? That thing's returned and all with the oxygen problem that I had on another base.
I saw that because I turned the shields off to place some blocks, and I was doing a little reconstruction on something, and then I saw the whole oxygen thing come up, and I was like, okay, but then I turn the shields back on, and then it goes away. But now I came outside, and I turned the shields off, and it was fine. I don't know.
Why is one of the constructors damaged?
The constructor's damaged?
Yeah.
I don't know. I went and built a door and then an armored door probably about an hour, 2 hours ago. That was it.
Yeah, if you bring up your P menu, so look at the base and press P, so it brings up your control panel.
Hold on a sec. Damn it. Okay. Oh, because I'm outside. Hold on, I'm outside the base. I'm on that.
No, I'm outside as well. You have to make sure that you're looking at the base. That close
Oh, it
enough.
says currently occupied, so I can't look at it.
Oh, okay. Let me come out of it then. Right, try it now.
Yep.
Right, so go to devices.
Yep.
And then go down to constructors, which should be third set. Open it up.
Oh, you got so constructor 6.
It says advanced constructor should be 32%.
32%.
Yeah, that means it's damaged by 32%.
Unless Obo was trying to remove it, and he was hitting it with the gun, the multi-tool. There's no other way it could have gotten damaged.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's kind of like just need to repair it if we go back in there.
Damn it, I gotta go back around to the other side to be able to get back in here.
Do you want a staircase put on there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you find the staircase?
Yeah, I saw the staircase that's out here. You put a
Oh no,
staircase
no,
out
no.
beside a ramp. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, the one
Yeah,
that comes up
I
into
did
the
that.
garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran across it by accident, probably about a little bit before you got on here, and I was like, oh, he's decided to connect the upper garden with the lower gardens now.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna build him a room to back at cinema. So that's where he'll be having a room. There's not enough room to match ours, but
Right.
give him a room there. Right. I'm happy with this now. I was gonna go one more, but I'll have to stick turrets on it and re-alter all the turrets around if I do that. Mind you, I could take... Nah, it's good to be off the back, isn't it? So... So you happy the way the base looks?
The base looks fine. Oh yeah. I went in. I did change something last night. That was on the. Oh, no, that was different. Was that on purpose?
Yeah, you might find some blocks are being coloured different as I was colouring up the ship. I was hitting different parts of the base at the same time. I was like, fuck. You know when you accidentally hit something, it's just like, oh, now I've got to go back through the menu system to find what the fuck it was, and... Whoa, that's dangerous. Tell me about that.
Strange, you didn't give me that color.
Do you know what I hate about this menu system?
What?
Is you can never find the blocks that you think would be in that category all the time. So it kind of, you think, oh, okay, it's a corner piece I'm looking for, so I'll look in the corner pieces.
Right.
And it's not in the corner pieces, it's with the normal ramp piece, and you just think, hang on, it's a corner. Why is it not in the corner piece? Like the curves, for example. There's some curvy corners that I've used in doorways.
Right.
They're actually in the standard bit. They're not in the curvy corner bit.
They're not in the corner.
No, they're not in the corner bit. And you just think, hang on, it's a corner. It should be in the corner bit, but you've left it in the standard straight piece bit. And I still haven't figured out why we're not getting attacked that much.
I was looking at the updates, and it's something about you can program it now for the frequency of attacks that you get, if you wish.
Well, it's set to normal, if I remember rightly, in the server. So it should be giving us more than like one attack every freaking 3 weeks. It's like, come on guys, I'm getting bored.
I'm gonna wait till you build your build a pad, and then I will start. I'll delete this video. I'll stop it, delete it. It's a test video anyway. Damn, I hate the damn resolution of this damn thing. I mean, it's my own fault. I can't move that quality up any higher.
Because that's almost like saying, oh, I wonder if you actually look at the landing gear and tell it to if the landing gear's down, the lights come on. I wonder if that's how you.
You remember I was telling you, you say, yeah, you can do that, but I wasn't sure if you said you knew how to do it. But I told you somebody else had their bases where as soon as they walk in, then the lights turn on.
Oh yeah, I know how to do the bases. I know because they're just sensors.
Right.
That's easy. But landing gear, I'll show you when I take back off on the when I'm moving
They
it again.
may, so they cannot. Can they not have a sensor on, like right beside the landing gear? So when the landing gear either retracts or extends, then it's gonna turn on and off the lights in the ship or whatever.
No, I've never seen that. A sensor will only pick up a player. It won't pick up the ground. Right. So I need to get into a higher position to put this spawn this. Right, let's try it now. And you are pissing me off because it still won't let me do it. What the hell? Seriously?
Apparently.
It's on a fucking base. Ugh!
Oh, I think they made it much better.
Right. I don't think you're in the way. That other ship's not in the way because it's projecting it much further than that.
So
Right,
you moved
I need
his.
to go.
Okay, yeah, you moved his completely off the landing pad.
Yeah. And the little ship's definitely not in the way. So that's took right out of the way.
So what is it saying?
It's saying you must spawn it on a base. I'm like, I'm aiming it at the base and it's still saying it's red.
Can you spawn it above the base and then basically bring it down to the landing pad after like you get onto it? Or
Well,
is
this
it
is
or
what.
is it gonna be too high to spawn where you can't reach it with a jetpack?
Well, that's what I mean. It's like it's just red. The whole lot is red. No matter how high I put it into the sky, it just won't do it. I aim to the floor. It obviously puts it through me, but it's
Well, the
just
shield
red
is
all
off.
the time.
It's off. No, no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's definitely not longer than the. I don't think you can see the box, can you?
No, I can't see it.
You must spawn this object on a base. Yeah,
Anything with the like single logic or was it signal logic or no, can't do that. Anything on the main? Signals, turbines, power.
It surely can't be those rails.
You never know. I wouldn't think it would be, but are you like where you at anyway? I was like, if you're trying to do it right in the middle. Oh,
I'm up here.
you're up there. Okay. If you're
I'm
now,
looking to.
what does it depend on just how big that thing is? If if this other ship is getting in the way.
Yeah, it just I can't aim it low enough to. Page down. I can page it right into the freaking landing pad.
Okay, try it now.
No, still the same. No, still the same. I'm gonna have to take them rails out on one side and just see what it does. You got a driving license for that?
Not in the least bit. That thing's loud too.
Yeah. It's a modified prefab. Uprated and armoured and basically designed to take POIs down.
POI killer.
I like the original look. It comes in white with black wings, and it looks really good. And I thought, man, I just modify it because the Phantom's black and yellow. And it's like this other kid said, it was like, oh, you've got fleet colours. I'm like, not really, but that's a good idea. So he seems to think that black and yellow is the fleet colours. So that's why he then spray painted his ship black and yellow.
Okay, question. How do you land those thingies? Because it's like, oh, what? Use the C to go down? Oh, yes. Yeah,
yep, see? Yeah, and once you level, just keep pressing C and it puts it down. If you're not level, you can press O and it'll level you with the playing field. And then Y powers you down to save you going into the menu.
What do you raise and lower your landing gear with? I was just curious.
Oh no, you just keep pressing C and it'll automatically do it. If you level, it'll bring them down. But I don't think it does it. It doesn't make the clicky sound
Right.
when you're trying to land on ground. But if you do get it perfect, it'll power the thrusters down. It will do that. Oh, right, let's try this again. Oh, I altered all the aerials on the roof. I don't know if you know.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that a couple of nights ago when I logged in. I was like, well, I think I noticed all the changes because that was the night I was going to. Either I did record, or I was going to record, and I was looking for things you had changed around. I was like,
I don't know if you like it or not.
well, it's fine to me. Just waiting to see if you can get your ship to spawn in.
Yeah.
You might have to actually go and look at a damn YouTube video to figure out why it won't spawn your why it won't spawn that in for whatever reason.
Well, I know Spange had a problem, and apparently his problem, but this is going back to an alpha 9 point something or other. It was to do with the size of the landing platform he was trying to put it on. Now this might be the same, but I assume it's not longer than the fucking landing pad.
It's not the repair, is it? The repair thing here? Shouldn't be.
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it's gonna breach the length of the pad. Why?
Well, that was Casper Van Dien.
Well, the only easiest way to do this is to go into fucking space, build a temporary fucking platform, and just spawn the damn thing in.
Right.
I've done that before. Like literally go up there, you make a core, you go up there, you just slap the core down and just stick a shitload of fucking blocks on it as a flat piece, and then just spawn your crap on it.
How do you build anything out in space? Either I was listening to you or I wasn't listening to you fully, because I know you said you can go there and stick a block up there and stick your core and then stick a shit ton of blocks around it. But
yeah.
So how do you? So is your suit going to protect you in space for a few, and then you're going to start building, or what?
Yeah. So basically, stick in as many installation as you can in your mods. That gives you a little bit longer, and then you just stick your core down. I've found if you're doing a space station, so if you're doing a base quick, if you ain't got insulation values on, yeah, that's it, that's the one. So, and then what I do is I build a temporary little room and power it sometimes, and then you can just keep going back in there instead of your ship, so it's one or the other. So I don't know why this fucker won't spawn. $73 blocks. 73 blocks long.
still too much, or is it too much for me?
Can you do us a favour?
What?
Can you remove the end guardrails at the
Remove the
far
end
end?
guardrails.
Yeah. Just in case it is that's holding it up. I don't know. You can page it down, but I'll page it down through the actual landing platform.
All the way across?
Yeah, I'm just curious to see if it... Because it used to be 42, so... Oh yeah, so it might actually be too long for this landing pad.
Oh, you're gonna do a Ouija board? Yep. Never fuck with that shit. Hmm.
No,
That's still not it, huh?
no. Okay, I'm gonna go to space. I know that method worked last time. Because although it says spawn on a base, you can still drop it straight in space for some reason, where you could last time.
Now, if you're gonna mess with something, she basically took a candle, set it on the floor, made her a makeshift Ouija board because she just wrote the letters and everything out. Yes, no, on the floor. Put a cross there so it'll move around to your letters and answer. And when you ask a question, you get an answer. Why jump up and like all scared and shit? You did this. You asked the question. What are you scared now for?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, people that they don't often believe there's anything other than life, don't they? That's where it comes from.
well, I mean, I get that, but I'm like, okay, while I'm talking to you, messing with the game, I was waiting you to finish, and I was gonna, like I said, delete the video, and hopefully I'll start like trying to record or something. But I'm looking at this little TV, this movie. She's already experienced the ghost or whatever in this house because it's grabbed her up and thrown her around the house and on the wall and this and that and this. And so I'm like, shit's up. But when you put this makeshift Ouija board on the floor and then you ask a question, you get an answer. You whoa, you jump up and like start to run out. So is it giving it to you yet, or is it kind of like no, no, no?
Yeah, no, still not having it.
Huh. Still telling you need a base.
Yeah. So that's obviously changed. Before you could just fucking fly into space, jump out, and then spawn the damn thing. Why, oh why, oh why? Right, you know what? I'm gonna fly to that ship, because that's a hell of a long ship. Do you know what I wish you could build in this game?
That would be.
A space elevator.
Oh.
So, or some kind of structure where you can like build up towards the stars.
Well, give me say you probably wouldn't have a way to power the damn thing up, but then again, if it's that regular elevator that you put inside the bases,
Yeah.
but will it have oxygen once you go all the way up into the atmosphere?
Probably not. So I don't know what to do now to spawn this in. Do I build that platform out further? Okay.
That's
Let's take this